Now, there are a few things that you can do to avoid waking up in the middle of the night. One is try and limit the total amount of fluid that you drink in the last couple hours before sleep. Don't go to bed with a super full belly. Some people find that if they take theanine, which is something that is in the sleep stack that I recommend, and by the way, I don't necessarily believe that everyone needs to take supplements in order to sleep. I think you should get the behavioral stuff, the light, the exercise, not drinking caffeine too late in the day, avoiding alcohol, ideally completely, but maybe late in the day, especially, et cetera, et cetera. And if you can't get your sleep right that way, then perhaps you start to rely on or enhance your sleep capabilities with supplements, but they're certainly not a requirement. The sleep supplement theanine, which is in the so-called Huberman Lab sleep stack, which includes magnesium threonate and apigenin and theanine. Theanine, for some people, can really create vivid dreams, and then they wake up from those dreams and they have a hard time falling asleep. In that case, I would just reduce the dosage of or eliminate the theanine. Some people like to use inositol, 900 milligram inositol, because they prefer that, and that works better or for them than the sleep stack, or some people even take it in addition to the sleep stack. As long as dosages are followed, there's no reason to think that any of this stuff isn't safe. But of course, check with your doctor before adding or removing anything from your supplement protocol, or any protocol for that matter. I say that to protect you, not to protect me. The other thing that you can do if you wake up in the middle of the night is to not look at the time. Now, that's a little bit difficult if you're going to look at your phone, but this is something that folks at the Stanford Sleep Clinic taught me, that people who look at the time when they wake up in the middle of the night generally have a harder time falling back asleep. So to the extent that you can refrain from doing that, and certainly don't get on your phone and start scrolling social media. Try NSDR, try the 𝗬𝗲 app, try Yoga Nidra, try some long exhale breathing. All those protocols, by the way, include long exhale breathing. And if you're taking melatonin before sleep, oftentimes you'll fall asleep very readily and then wake up. So if you're taking melatonin, you might want to reconsider that. Melatonin does have its place for treatment of jet lag and things of that sort in the acute situation, so not taking it too often, but in general, dosages are too high. People take too much of it and too often, in my opinion, but that's just my opinion. And then I would say, if you wake up in the middle of the night and you simply cannot fall back asleep, just remember that you can survive one night with minimal or no sleep. Unfortunately, we've all had to deal with that. If it starts becoming a chronic condition, then you may want to talk to a sleep specialist. But one thing we know from the sleep lab at Stanford is that when people are excited about their next day, sometimes they wake up, and that their sleep actually can be less than normal and they can function well the next day.